What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video here with the Nature King. Today's video I'll be talking about existence and reality. I know existence and reality is pretty straightforward to some people. Some people it is a world of experience. It is a lot of information to take in, a lot of things to know about. I'm out here embracing a beautiful sunset out. Came out in nature today, had a great rest day, and just enjoying the birds, the ambiance. I'm in the cities nearby, just enjoying the colors, the rays of spectrum, and even getting into color. It's a truth, and it's actually a fact that colors don't exist. So hear me out. I have great science behind it. I'll upload some photos and even some links in the description about talking about colors. Colors are basically what we perceive with our eyes. So when we perceive the colors with our eyes, it's reflected basically from the light given off from the sun. And then we know light itself is the fastest moving energy in the world, and it is not essentially pure energy that I have recently discovered and studied and researched. It's basically formed of atoms, molecules, and these photons and so forth and so forth. And it is the fastest moving observable object in the universe. Light has a visible spectrum. It has a spectrum of invisible light, like gamma rays, X-rays, different rays that are in the universe. It has tons of things. Everything in reality, everything we see in the world, everything we see in existence is usually not so based off sometimes factual, but it can be based on our perception of what we see through our eyes that receive the stimuli. So how example you see the light rays is the reason why I see in these specific colors is because the human eyes are only allowed to see, of course, a certain realm on the visible spectrum. And on that visible spectrum, light goes in wavelengths and frequencies. So the reason why this color is that purplish, bluish color, especially while it's in setting, because the light waves that are being reflected onto the atmosphere and being picked up by my eyes, transferred by my brain in the occipital lobe are longer wavelengths, and longer wavelengths tend to be colors. Shorter wavelengths tend to be colors like bluish and stuff like that, and longer wavelength tends to be like, the reddish. How the sunset is like, that dark red compared to in the daylight. The sun is more like a bright color, and the skies are like a light blue color. But in the evening, it's like, purplish, violet, indigo, red, orange, like those colors, because those colors reflect longer wavelengths. And as you can see, when the sun is setting, the angle on the earth is more like this. I'll add some pictures in you for you guys. And the camera, not the camera, your eyes, well, your eyes are a camera, essentially one of the best cameras out there. And the sun is here, and as it's rotating, as the earth is rotating away from the sun, then you see the light waves are being refracted and reflected longer. So that's why the light repairs that color. The reason why the cones over there are orange color, because they're reflecting longer wavelengths of light off of the object. But in reality, like suppose we didn't have human eyes, if we had another animal's eyes, or we were reflecting from the eyes of something that we don't even know and exist, or like another creature species or lens of object, that cone might be gray, that cone might be white, that cone might be black. But we see orange because the human eyes pick that up. So everything you see out in nature, all the colors are based on what wavelength they reflect, and also what substances and what cells, atoms, molecules that they contain in them, and the type of material they are. It's crazy. So existence beyond the colors, existence is great. We all have questions like, how did the universe come about? Who was God? What is God? What created what? How did we come about? What about the Big Bang Theory? What about how did the universe go? Is the universe expanding? The answer to all that is existence. Always existed. Time didn't. Time is just sort of an illusion. Time is just always ongoing. It's not like calendars, days. It's none of that. Time is just existence. Existence just is existence. Existence always existed and always will. The universe isn't necessarily existence, but space and time is existence. So all the galaxies, all the clusters, all the stars, all the planets, all the solar systems are basically what make up the universe, and they are currently expanding, being created. Things are being destroyed like that, but they are in just an empty black pool of just existence, of nothingness. And I call that nothingness, I call that, people would call it dark matter, but it's essentially just matter that's just existing in the folds. Like, even though like all this air around me, although you can't really see it, it's billions, trillions of particles in this space alone, but I can't just see it with my naked eye because either they're too small or because my light doesn't detect it, because it's not enough stimuli to stimulate the receptors in my eyes, or it might be out of my visible spectrum. And you have, you know, like just the earth, all the clouds, all the trees. You know, a lot of humans, when they think of these things, they think, oh, it must be another planet like this out there somewhere. Oh, we probably could terraform another planet. We probably, you know, some people think, some people think Earth is the only planet. Some people think our solar system is the only thing. And then some people only think the Milky Way galaxy is the only galaxy out there. But it's probably billions, trillions of solar systems out there. It's probably millions or billions of other Earths in the universe, because the universe is vast. The universe is proven to be expanding. Everything is growing larger and larger over time in the nothingness called existence. And it really makes you think. And so when you think about just the Earth being the Earth is, that's kind of looking at it from, you know, just the mindset of being like, you know, it's like self-centered, or just from a human concept. But it could be more of us, more of the Earth, more of solar systems. It's tons of stuff out there, and scientists haven't been able to explore, because it takes about, I think, 10 years like just to get to Jupiter. So imagine trying to get out the galaxy. That'll probably take hundreds of years, thousands of years, millions of years to just travel. So a lot of this is based off theory, based off thought, and based off, you know, like telescopes, you know, radio waves, signals, frequencies, wavelengths that they probably send out and try to detect. So it's just crazy. Then the theory about, you know, how is no sound in space. I believe there is sound in space, because every object makes a sound. It just, you may not be able to hear it because it may be either so far away, or because how the molecules that are in the matter of space time itself is in certain dimensions. It may be in certain frequencies, certain wavelengths, certain pockets of space, certain loops in space, wormholes. All of these stuff might be in reality. We don't truly know. We're just going out based off, you know, what makes sense, what's logical. And it's just crazy. People think, well, who created us? Who's God? I believe God is just, you know, like just everything, everywhere. God is just existence. God is, you know, just infinite energy. I believe energy exists and always exists, just like, you know, the space matter of that is in between all of our universes, galaxies, and so forth. Everything just was created. I believe a lot of it is due by, you know, like a specific design and purpose for, you know, this planet, for our work on this planet. And also could just be by chance, could be just be like random chance. We just randomly ended up here. And we know it takes a lot for life to begin, especially life to the complexity that we have now on Earth, even though it's still considered like type 1 civilization according to scientists and researchers. But you can see how like organisms start from, I don't know, you can see like different bacteria, like different small animals, different like molecules, and we develop from those prokaryotic cells into eukaryotic cells, which, you know, vastly grow and develop in complex organisms. Then with human consciousness and intelligence. I'll do another video all separate off of this for you guys to digest and consess, do some more research on it so I can make that video for you guys. But we know human consciousness is also deemed to be either by purpose and calling, or by random chance in nature, or for the survival of the human species. Because I believe if we didn't have vast human consciousness, humans probably would have been extinct by now if we didn't have, you know, the consciousness and the intellect that we have now. And we are the most adaptable creatures due to our intelligence and our consciousness. Even though we relatively aren't strong, relatively aren't fast, but we are smart, we are adaptable, and we do have certain limbs in our bodies that can be great use for tools and certain things like that, similar to primates, but their intelligence and consciousness isn't there as much as human beings. So that's why we seem to have been way higher on the ladder and on the scale. And then when you look at existence, you know, you're just a small little speck. I'll put a diagram on here. You know, the earth is just this little thing compared to the sun, which is like this, like literally like this to the earth. And then it's another galaxy that makes that the sun is like this and is like this, and it gets bigger. It's a lot of big bodies out there. And so, you know, you're just little tiny earth. You're just orbiting around the sun like this, and you're just going around like this, and that'll be your solar return. That'll be what, you know, your birthday would make so-called a year, according to people. And it's great to have, you know, these system of measurements in place. And then the sun is also revolving around, you know, the galaxy. So you have you moving like this, and then the sun is going around the galaxy like that. Then you have the galaxies moving in a whole wave, you know, system with each other. So it's just great to see existence, you know. But it's just great to sometimes, you know, learn, research, like think. I'm a big thinker. I love to have, you know, vision. I love to envision things. I love to think. I love to solve. I love to calculate. I love to digest. I love to observe, you know, just existence, the universe, like thinking like, dang, like I'm really a human being, just like really just on a floating rock in space. That's essentially the middle of nowhere when you think about it. All of the concepts created in the world are based on, you know, mostly human concepts. And, you know, there's a phrase called that, you know, everything can be proven true within the confines of those concepts. So everything that we deem as social norm, social conformity, is just essentially what makes, you know, our reality. But reality is based on, you know, perception. It's based on how you think about something, how you view something, how something is in a specific environment. For example, like gravity, the concept of gravity isn't true even on all parts of the earth. Some parts of the earth has stronger gravity than others. Gravity is different on the moon, different planets, different galaxies. Gravity may be different or maybe non-existent, but we know for sure that everything with a mass should have a force of a magnetic field or have a source of gravity. But everything in existence, everything that makes up our reality, is based on, you know, the concept of it, the confinements of those concepts, the evidence of it, the physicality, the metaphysicality of it, the makeup on it, and, you know, like just based on, you know, the perceptions of it. But, you know, hope you guys, you know, you took in well. Hope you guys, you know, enjoyed this video. I'll put, you know, some links in the description for you guys as much as I can. Provide some links for you guys in the description. Please subscribe to this channel. Check out all my books and all my platforms. You can also check out my website, naturekingshop.com, for more. Thank you. Peace. Love. Guys, thank you for tapping in with the Nature King, where everything nature, everything health, everything wellness, everything spirituality, everything science, math, knowledge, wisdom, education, elevation, vision, business, success, growth, wealth. We are into all of these aspects, and we encourage you guys to continue to tap in with us, continue to tap in with me, the Nature King, continue to tap in with all my social platforms so we can get you tuned in. I have tons of books here. I Am a World of Fruit. Some great books you guys should get a hand of. I also wrote these books as well. Have my e-commerce platform here. You can just use it on your laptop, on your phone, whatever. Get access to hundreds of wellness products. I have crystals up there, I have books up there, I have aromatherapy, I have lights, I have anything you need in the health and wellness category. Continue to tap in with Nature King. Continue to like, subscribe, share all of my videos. Put a lot of work in these videos to get you guys not only the knowledge, but the wisdom and the education to not only better your health, but better your mind, better your body, and better your spirit.